I didn't believe you when you said that you wouldn't give a man that you're not in a relation that you're not married to, everything. I believe that you're going to give a man exactly what he give you. Whatever he give you, I think you're going to give it back to him.
You
It
mean
may.
you mean in a relationship or in a marriage?
Yeah, I think if whatever a man gives you, you're gonna give it back to him. I think whatever effort he gives you, you're gonna give it back. I don't think that necessarily, um, in particular would have to be married to that person to give them everything or to be one with them. I think you could do that, but I think it probably comes down to that limitation of maybe he's not giving you all of that, and you just don't give it back to him.
Well, I'll give. I just like it. So if I'm just like someone's girlfriend, I'll match. I'll give. But if I'm someone's wife, then I give all of me. I belong to them in a sense.
So if he give
I'm
you,
not their partner. I'm their other half. Um, where they go, I go. What they do, I'm doing. Where we gonna be together. So
Mhm.
that is the kind of person that I am as a wife. But I'm not like that as a girlfriend. I
I,
just hate
I,
to be honest.
you- maybe you don't believe me, right? You may not believe me, but I think that that's all determined by the man. What you give is all determined by the man. I understand what you're saying. You're saying that like I wouldn't do this, that, and the third. But if you met a man who was committed to giving you all of those things as a girlfriend, I think you're going to give him back everything that he giving you.
You're right. I would. I mean, but
Doc,
it
can I,
just always doesn't work out like that. But
Doc,
yeah,
can I ask you a question?
me
No,
or
Doc.
oh, okay.
So if your boyfriend told you that I'm only gonna do boyfriend stuff until we get married and then I'll do husband stuff, what stuff would you think he was talking about?
I was just gonna kind of speak on it. I guess, buying a house, moving me in, um, making my problems his problems, um, being concerned about like my general growth, like because I feel like sometimes guys, like how y'all said, use pretty women for their confidence and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that you're actually concerned about my well being, like I'm concerned about yours. Um, um, yeah, just and I don't want to get into detail, but just I want to make sure that you, like I said, what's important to me is important to you. So, for instance, working out is important to me. Eating healthy is important to me. Family is important to me. Um, Children are important. Education is important to me. Um, Meditation, just knowing history, correct history is important to me. Knowing how to defend yourself and how to stand your ground is important to me. Um, so a guy who can, that's why I feel like my husband will be able to like, he'll teach me those things.
Then let me ask you another question then. Um, what what would you say your husband things that you wouldn't expect your boyfriend to be doing while you guys are married? Because for example, like your boyfriend is going to protect you, he's going to provide for you, he's going to probably pay for most dates, most things. If you guys live together, he's probably going to pay the lion's share of the bills. What what do you think that a man can do that is not husband level to make you want him to be your husband?
That's not husband level.
Yeah,
I honestly can't say.
got you. Bo, question for you. What are girlfriend things that you can do in a relationship that would you could do only without doing any of the wifely things that would make a man want to make you his wife?
I'm gonna say something that people will never expect from me. Um, Nothing. Mostly just because I feel like if you are marriage minded and if your intention is on being a wife, you're going to be those things even before then. Because if you're not, then how do they know that you would be that person after the ring gets on there and the vows are spoken? So if you're a wife through and through, before and after. That's just because you just have those qualities.
So
So
the things that guys get from women, sex, compliance, submission, companionship, we'll say home managerial skills, right? What what fellas, what woman would you ever marry that wasn't doing that shit for you already? Hank, would you have got married if your wife or girl wasn't doing none of that for you? Like the things that you require for your woman to do? Like, would you have married a woman and been like, oh, I put a ring on your finger now, so now I'm expect for you to learn how to suck dick or learn how to bake apple pie? Like, is that what would that have worked for you?
No, sir.
What about you, Jr.?
What was the question again?
Of all the things that you expect for your woman to do, how many of the what are those things would you let her wait to do until you were married? But or like could she not do those things and then you be like, yeah, let me go ahead and marry her when she's not doing shit for you? Damn. I need a soundboard.
Nah, I might need you to ask it again. I'm trying to.
So if your girlfriend is not doing wifely shit for you, would you ever want to marry her?
No.
Dope, would you?
Hell no.
Like, so again, Vibe, like the stuff that you say, like, remind you, we're just take for what you said. You said it seems like anything you do with a man is going to be tit for tat or transactional. If you give me this, then I'll give you that. If you do that, then I'll do this. That's not what for the type of men that you I would assume you want the same men, the established ones. That doesn't seem to be what those types of men want for themselves.
That's not what I'm saying. I didn't say I was going to do shit for them. You know, like you are saying that I said that I'm not going to do shit for them, you know, or I'm saying that I'm going to be at girlfriend level, not wife level. And I'm okay with that. And if they're not okay with me being at girlfriend level, then then that's not the person for me. So I'm okay with that. But I think that the way that I choose to deal with it, it's working fine for me. I don't feel like I need to pay all someone's bills. I don't feel like I need to cook every meal for them. I don't feel like I need to take care of all their children, even the ones that I didn't have with them while I'm their girlfriend. I think those are things that you do when you are coming together and deciding to be a wife to someone. Now, will I do things? Yeah. You know, I might braid some hair here or there and cook some meals here or there, and like as we do things. But I think that the super immersive thing, like as soon as I'm your girlfriend, now I'm gonna just go completely and just do all these things. Like I don't operate in that way, and that's not me. But I do have a lot to give, and I do give it. I'm like an onion. I have layers. So I think that in my experience, you know, I've already done that. I've already been that. I've already went to the, you know, to the extreme and given upfront, and it didn't work out for me. So for me, I'm going to gradually get to know a person, and gradually, as we appreciate one another, then I will do things. And it has nothing to do with like, how many things did you do for me today? Okay, well, I'll do 4 things for you today because you did 4 things for me today. It has nothing to do with that. I don't keep account or record of how many things I'm going to do. I'm just saying that I am conscious that where I'm at in this relationship is where he wants me to be and where I want to be. And it is not necessarily the marriage level yet, but once it gets there, then it will be different. And I think it should be different.
Okay, so okay, understood. Received. Would you want to be a man's wife who wasn't doing husbandly things for you?
See that again, your question is loaded. You're saying would you want to no, I want to repeat what you said. You said, you know, would you want to have this person be your husband who wasn't doing husbandly things? You know, I don't expect I'm not gonna expect my boyfriend of 2 months to come over and stay at my house and live with me. I'm not gonna expect him to cut my grass every week what if he lives in a whole nother state? You know, so does he have to move because we're together now and cut my grass every week? You know, no, he doesn't, you know, but if he comes there and he does it for me, or he takes my garbage out, you know, there's different dynamics. It's not just cut and dry, black and white, you know. So yeah, I think that if I don't look for a man to do things for me to necessarily like him. I look for a man that is able to stand in his power and humility, a man who is able to communicate effectively, a man who is strong, a man who loves women, and I think I could tell those kinds of things. He has integrity. I can tell those kinds of things as a girlfriend. And if he's doing those things for me, then he'll see who I am. But if he's not doing those things, we're not gonna get anywhere.
Can I ask
So
a
I don't
question?
I don't think I have to do all these outward things. Yes, did somebody say something?
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question. It's quick. So if you were with a man for a year and some change,
A year, okay,
and
a year.
a year and some
Okay.
change, and you're not married, you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, and he makes significant a decent amount of money, $500,000 a year, something like that, and you got laid off from your job, and you are trying to figure out what you can do as far as to be able to consistently pay your rent. He has the funds and the means to pay your rent. Um, would you? I'm not going to say would you expect him to pay your rent, because you might be like, I don't want you to do too much. But like, let's say you were about to get evicted. Um, would you expect your man, who you've been with for a year, sharing your body, just being, y'all locked in? Would you expect him to be like, yo, I got you. Like, you don't got to worry about. No, you good. Like, we're gonna find you a new situation, but you don't have to worry about anything. You're not about to be on the street.
Do I expect it? Is that what you asked?
I just want to ask two questions. Do
Oh,
you do you expect it, and also, do you expect it? And if he chose not to do it, how would you feel? Like, if you didn't ask him, but he just was like, "Oh, you homeless? Like, oh, you gotta go live with your aunt? Maybe try you bouncing from house to house. Like, how would you feel if he's allowing you to do that?"
no, I definitely will feel some kind of way, but also I can't control another person, right? So, um, we're
So
married. I
him
mean, we're not, I'm
him
sorry.
allowing you to do that, would that be you downloading data in your mind? Like, okay, he's not. I don't know if you can be my
Mental note.
husband.
It's definitely a mental note. However, even if the shoe was on the other foot, I mean, I probably would offer to help. We've already been, dating for a while. But if he offers to help, that'd be great. But do I expect? No, I don't expect anything from anyone. I think that if he wants to help me, like, I would share it. If he wants to help me, then I would be grateful.
Yeah.
But I won't be expecting him like, you better help me right now. Like, you need to do this. Like, no, that's what I think about expect. So no, I wouldn't expect, but
Yeah.
I mean, I would be grateful
Mhm.
if he did.
I think it's one of those things where it's like we wouldn't expect it, right? Because we technically are not married, right? But however, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing, where it's like if you don't do it, you just got dinged a bunch of points, and we might not actually ever get married because you allowed me to be at this low point in my life, and you didn't step up and be a man. So it's like, one of those things where it's like, no, and the only answer is yes. He needs to like,
Sure,
yo, I'm your
sure.
woman. I've been giving you my body for this period
Yeah.
of time. Like, you need to make sure I'm good.
But he's been giving me his body too. See,
Yeah,
so
but we men know it's a little different.
no, but it's not though, because sex is sex. And just because I got more feelings than you got after I had sex doesn't make sex not sex. I think that's the problem. It's like the woman wants to be like, oh, I'm having sex with you. You need to be giving me this kind of money and that kind of stuff and this and that. But no, it's an even exchange. Just because you have these feelings and now you want to romanticize everything, it doesn't make it now this man has to be obligated to give you all these things. He doesn't. Now, if
Yeah,
he does, be grateful, girl. You better be grateful and appreciate him for that. But I don't think a man has to give me things because I'm sleeping with him.
yeah. I'm not saying give you things, but if you were in that situation, you would expect him. Even you wouldn't expect him, but
No,
if
I
he
would
told
not
you,
expect him. I would
yeah.
tell him because he's in my life and we
Mhm.
share information with one another. And because of my choices that I would make and the type of man that I would date from here on out, He's the kind of person that would be generous and would help me anyway. And I would be so grateful for that. And he would get a lot of hanging from the chandelier from that. But yeah, I would not expect him though.
But you know why I have a problem with the not expecting part? The only reason I have a problem with that is because there's a wrong answer to the question. Like, he can do the wrong thing by not doing the right thing. There's only one right thing and one wrong
right?
thing.
That's his integrity. That's him showing how integral he is. And I need to see that. I need to see where the strength lies. I need to see what kind of soul he got. So I'm not gonna manipulate him. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm damsel in distress. First of all, I'm gonna try everything I can first on my own to make sure that I've done everything I can, because I need to be able to know how to build with the things that I have as well. And if I really can't, then yes, I'm going. And so by that time, that person's gonna know that if I asked you, I had no other options because I tried really hard. And then yeah, my gratitude will overflow for that. But I mean, yeah, it could be a catch-22. Like if you say, hey, I ain't gonna help that person. And if they do that, then I know that, I know where we're kind of, where we stand with each other. Yeah, but I'm not going to expect it, if that makes sense. Because people, I don't feel like I need to control anyone. I think that, it's important to allow people to be who they are, so you see who people really are, and then you can appreciate them for what they do decide, as opposed to like trying to kind of box them in to do something, or created a scenario where it's hard for them to say no, or it's impossible. I believe in people having the choice.
Give them enough rope to hang themselves with.
Not necessarily, because I'm not looking for that. I'm believing in him. I'm believing in his integrity. I'm believing in the goodness inside of him, and however he chooses to display that is up to him. I don't get to control that.
But it's only one right answer though. He has to.
If he wants to continue a relationship, right, and he knows I'm about to be on the street, was he gonna live there with me? Or can he help me? Does he know somebody that I can get a job real quick? Or, I mean, it doesn't always have to be like, I need to give you the money. It might be, I might be able to help you figure out another kind of way or whatever. I'm not necessarily, like if something happens like that, God forbid, definitely. And if the shoe was on the other foot, like, yes, I as a, being who I am, I'd be like, babe, you need me to help you with that, like, and it would be like nothing. Who said that? Oh, it would be like, does that mean like shut up or what? Does it mean like, I would definitely help, but I don't think he would necessarily expect me either. I don't know, but he probably knows the kind of woman I am, and that I wouldn't let him just be hanging out there. But he would be grateful because of the woman that I am, and I would hope, But I don't believe in coercing or controlling people. I think that if they love you genuinely, they're gonna love you.